Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Answers to 20 most important descriptive questions on analytical reasoning. Respected candidates, for your better understanding, we have prepared a detailed topic, analytical reasoning, in form of 20 descriptive questions. Kindly read or listen carefully. Let's begin. Question 1. Define analytical reasoning. Explain how analytical reasoning is important in problem solving. Answer. Analytical reasoning refers to the process of analyzing information, identifying patterns, and drawing logical conclusions from the given data or premises. It involves breaking down complex problems into smaller components, examining relationships between them, and using deductive or inductive reasoning to arrive at well-founded conclusions. In problem solving, analytical reasoning plays a crucial role as it enables individuals to 1. Identify patterns. Analytical reasoning helps recognize recurring patterns, trends, or similarities within the data, which can lead to insights and potential solutions. 2. Make informed decisions. By analyzing data systematically, individuals can make more informed and rational decisions based on evidence and logical reasoning. 3. Solve complex problems. It allows people to tackle complex problems by breaking them down into manageable parts and understanding the connections between them. 4. Evaluate arguments. Analytical reasoning helps in critically evaluating arguments, identifying flaws, and making sound judgments based on evidence. 5. Enhance creativity. Analytical reasoning can stimulate creative thinking by exploring different possibilities and refining ideas based on logical evaluations. Overall, analytical reasoning is a foundational skill in problem solving across various disciplines and professions, enabling individuals to approach challenges methodically and arrive at well-reasoned solutions. Question 2. What are the types of analytical reasoning? Explain in detail. Answer. Analytical reasoning, also known as logical reasoning or critical thinking, involves systematically evaluating information to reach conclusions or solve problems. There are several types of analytical reasoning, and I'll explain each of them in detail. 1. Deductive reasoning. In deductive reasoning, you start with a general premise or statement and then draw specific conclusions from it. The conclusions are logically derived from the given premises. For example, all men are mortal. John is a man. Therefore, John is mortal. 2. Inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is the opposite of deductive reasoning. It involves drawing general conclusions based on specific observations or evidence. The conclusions in inductive reasoning are probable but not necessarily certain. For example, every cat I've seen has fur. Therefore, all cats have fur. 3. Abductive reasoning. Abductive reasoning is used to form the best possible explanation for a given observation or evidence, even if it might not be the only explanation or is not proven beyond doubt. It's commonly used in scientific research and problem solving. For example, the ground is wet. It rained earlier, so the most likely explanation is that the ground got wet due to rain. 4. Analogical reasoning. Analogical reasoning involves comparing similarities between two different situations or objects to draw conclusions or make predictions. It assumes that if two things are alike in some aspects, they might be alike in other aspects as well. For example, Problem A was solved using method X. Problem B is similar to problem A, so we can try using method X to solve problem B. 5. Evaluative reasoning. Evaluative reasoning involves assessing the strengths and weaknesses of different options or solutions to make a decision. It's commonly used in choosing the best course of action among several alternatives. For example, we need to select a new marketing strategy. Let's evaluate the potential benefits and risks of each proposed approach. 6. Syllogistic reasoning. Syllogistic reasoning involves using two premises to draw a conclusion. It follows a specific structure: a major premise, a minor premise, and a conclusion. For example, all birds have feathers, major premise. Penguins are birds, minor premise. Therefore, penguins have feathers, conclusion. 7. Probabilistic reasoning. Probabilistic reasoning deals with uncertain or probabilistic information to make predictions or decisions. It involves assessing the likelihood of different outcomes based on available data and probabilities. For example, based on historical data, there is a 70% chance of rain tomorrow, so I'll bring an umbrella. Understanding these different types of analytical reasoning can enhance your ability to think critically, solve problems effectively, and make informed decisions in various aspects of life. Question 3. What are logical fallacies in analytical reasoning, common errors in reasoning, and how to identify and avoid them? Answer. In analytical reasoning, logical fallacies are common errors in reasoning that can lead to flawed arguments and conclusions. Let's explore some of the most prevalent logical fallacies and how to identify and avoid them. 1. Ad hominem. Attacking the person making the argument rather than addressing the argument itself. Look for personal attacks or attempts to discredit the speaker instead of engaging with their ideas. 2. Straw man. Misrepresenting or exaggerating someone's argument to make it easier to attack. Be cautious of arguments that misinterpret the original stance to make it seem weaker or more extreme. 3. Appeal to authority. Relying on the opinion of an authority figure rather than presenting evidence or sound reasoning. Check if the argument provides valid evidence to support its claims. 4. Hasty generalization. Drawing a conclusion based on insufficient evidence or a small sample size. Look for sweeping statements that lack substantial data. 5. Circular reasoning. Repeating the same point in different words without providing new evidence or reasons. Watch out for arguments that merely restate the claim without adding anything new. 6. False dichotomy. Presenting only two extreme options as if they are the only possibilities, ignoring other potential solutions. Be aware of arguments that limit choices to an either-or scenario without considering other alternatives. 7. Appeal to ignorance. Asserting that something is true because it hasn't been proven false or vice versa. Notice claims that rely on the lack of evidence to support their validity. 8. Slippery slope. Suggesting that a minor action will inevitably lead to major and often disastrous consequences. Look for exaggerated cause and effect relationships. 9. Begging the question. Assuming the conclusion is true without providing evidence, essentially circular reasoning. Examine arguments that use the conclusion as one of their premises. 10. Post hoc, ergo propter hoc. Assuming that because one event followed another, the first event caused the second. Beware of causal relationships based solely on temporal sequence. To identify and avoid these logical fallacies, critically assess arguments, question assumptions, demand evidence, and look for valid reasoning. Developing strong analytical skills and a healthy dose of skepticism will help you navigate through logical fallacies and arrive at more sound and rational conclusions. Question 4. What are the problem-solving strategies and techniques for approaching analytical problems and breaking them down effectively? Answer. In analytical reasoning, there are several problem-solving strategies and techniques to approach problems effectively. Here are some of the key ones. 1. Understanding the problem. Begin by thoroughly understanding the problem statement and the given information. Identify what is being asked and any constraints or limitations provided. 2. Visual representation. Utilize diagrams, charts, or visual aids to represent the information and relationships between different elements in the problem. This can help you grasp the problem better and spot patterns. 3. Identifying patterns and relationships. Look for patterns, trends, and relationships among the data or elements in the problem. This can help you make connections and find potential solutions. 4. Working backwards. In some cases, it's helpful to start from the desired outcome and work backward to figure out the steps or conditions needed to reach that outcome. 5. Making assumptions. If the problem lacks certain information, make reasonable assumptions to move forward with the analysis. Just ensure that the assumptions are logical and consistent. 6. Breaking down complex problems. Divide complex problems into smaller, more manageable sub-problems. Solve each sub-problem step by step and then integrate the solutions. 7. Elimination method. For multiple choice questions or scenarios with options, use the process of elimination to rule out incorrect choices and narrow down the possibilities. 8. Logical reasoning. Apply deductive and inductive reasoning to draw logical conclusions from the given information. 9. Test cases and examples. Use test cases or examples to verify your hypotheses or solutions and validate your reasoning. 10. Time management. Practice managing your time effectively during problem-solving exercises, as analytical reasoning tasks often have time constraints. 11. Practice and familiarity. Regular practice and exposure to a variety of analytical problems can improve your problem-solving skills and familiarity with different patterns. Question 5. What is critical thinking? Discuss the role of critical thinking in analytical reasoning and how to enhance this skill. Answer. Critical thinking is a cognitive process that involves analyzing, evaluating, and reasoning about information and ideas in a systematic and objective manner. It helps individuals make well-informed decisions, solve complex problems, and develop a deeper understanding of the world around them. In the context of analytical reasoning, critical thinking plays a crucial role in examining evidence, identifying patterns, and drawing logical conclusions. It enables individuals to assess the validity of arguments, spot logical fallacies, and avoid biased reasoning, thereby leading to more accurate and reliable outcomes. To enhance critical thinking skills, one can 1. Cultivate curiosity. Be curious and open-minded about different perspectives, seeking out new information and alternative viewpoints. 2. Analyze information. Learn to evaluate sources, evidence, and data critically, considering their reliability and relevance. 3. Practice reflection. Engage in self-reflection and examine your own beliefs and assumptions, being willing to challenge them when necessary. 4. Ask questions. Develop the habit of asking probing questions to delve deeper into issues and uncover underlying complexities. 5. Avoid biases. Recognize and address personal biases that may influence your thinking, aiming for objectivity. 6. Engage in debates. Participate in discussions and debates where differing viewpoints are presented, promoting analytical reasoning. 7. Problem-solving exercises. Solve puzzles, riddles, and logical problems to exercise your reasoning abilities. 8. Seek feedback. Encourage feedback from others to gain different perspectives and identify potential flaws in your reasoning. 9. Read widely. Expose yourself to diverse literature and subjects to broaden your knowledge and perspective. 10. Stay informed. Stay up to date with current events and developments to practice applying critical thinking skills in real-world situations. By consistently practicing these strategies, individuals can develop and refine their critical thinking abilities, enabling them to approach problems and decision-making with more clarity and sound judgment. Question 6. What analytical tools and methods are used in analytical reasoning, like Venn diagrams and decision trees, etc.? Answer. In analytical reasoning, various tools and methods are used to organize and analyze data. Some common ones include 1. Venn diagrams. These are used to visualize relationships between different sets and understand their intersections and differences. 2. Decision trees. They are graphical representations of decisions and their possible consequences, helping to identify the best course of action. 3. SWOT analysis. This method assesses strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats to make strategic decisions. 4. Pareto analysis. It identifies the most significant factors contributing to a problem, often following the 80-20 rule. 5. Scatter plots. Used to understand the relationship between two variables and identify patterns or correlations. 6. Fishbone diagrams, Ishikawa diagrams. These diagrams help identify potential causes of a problem by breaking it down into categories. 7. Regression analysis. A statistical method used to model relationships between variables and make predictions. 8. Hypothesis testing. A systematic way to test assumptions or claims about a population using sample data. 9. Data visualization. Techniques like charts, graphs, and heat maps aid in presenting data patterns and insights clearly. 10. Critical thinking. A fundamental method involving logical reasoning and analysis to evaluate arguments and make informed decisions. These tools and methods are valuable for various analytical tasks, from problem solving to decision making and data analysis. Question 7. What is data analysis? How data analysis and interpretation are applied in analytical reasoning? Answer. Data analysis is the process of inspecting, cleaning, transforming, and modeling data to extract useful information and draw conclusions. It involves using various techniques and tools to understand the underlying patterns, trends, and insights hidden within the data. Data analysis and interpretation are essential in analytical reasoning because they provide the necessary evidence and support to make informed decisions or draw logical conclusions. By applying data analysis, you can identify correlations, make predictions, detect anomalies, and uncover meaningful relationships within the data. These insights serve as a foundation for logical reasoning, problem solving, and decision-making in various fields, including business, science, research, and more. In essence, data analysis empowers analytical reasoning by providing objective evidence to support or refute hypotheses, enabling better understanding and making data-driven decisions. Question 8. Give comparison among analytical versus creative thinking processes in context to analytical reasoning. Answer. Analytical thinking and creative thinking are two distinct cognitive processes that play essential roles in problem solving and decision making, particularly in the context of analytical reasoning. Here's a comparison between the two. 1. Nature of thinking. Analytical thinking. It involves a logical and systematic approach to examining information, breaking it down into components, and understanding the relationships between these components. It focuses on facts, data, and evidence-based reasoning. Creative thinking. It emphasizes generating original and innovative ideas by exploring various possibilities, making connections between seemingly unrelated concepts, and thinking outside the box. It involves imagination and a willingness to take risks. 2. Goal orientation. Analytical thinking. The main goal is to dissect complex problems or situations into manageable parts, identify patterns or trends, and arrive at well-reasoned conclusions or solutions based on evidence. Creative thinking. The primary goal is to produce novel and imaginative solutions, often without being constrained by traditional or established approaches. It seeks to explore new perspectives and push the boundaries of conventional thinking. 3. Process and approach. Analytical thinking. It follows a structured and systematic approach, involving step-by-step evaluation and logical deductions. It relies heavily on data analysis and critical evaluation. Creative thinking. It encourages a more open-ended and exploratory approach, involving brainstorming, idea generation, and lateral thinking techniques. It values intuition and insights. 4. Applicability. Analytical thinking. It is well suited for situations where a clear understanding of cause and effect relationships and objective evaluation of evidence is required. It is commonly used in fields such as science, mathematics, and problem-solving scenarios. Creative thinking. It finds its application in scenarios that demand innovative solutions, such as design, marketing, art, and conceptualizing new products or services. 5. Interaction. Analytical thinking. It can work hand in hand with creative thinking during the problem-solving process. Analytical thinking may be used to critically evaluate and refine creative ideas. Creative thinking. It can serve as a precursor to analytical thinking, as creative ideas may later undergo a more structured analysis to determine their feasibility and effectiveness. Both analytical and creative thinking are valuable and complementary cognitive processes, each contributing its unique strengths to various situations. An effective problem solver or decision maker often combines elements of both thinking styles as needed, depending on the context and nature of the problem at hand. Question 9. Discuss practice exercises, sample problems and scenarios, etc. to improve analytical reasoning skills. Answer. To improve analytical reasoning skills, here are some practice exercises, sample problems, and scenarios you can work on. 1. Logical puzzles. Solve puzzles like Sudoku, logic grids, and riddles to enhance your logical thinking abilities. 2. Critical thinking exercises. Engage in debates, discussions, and hypothetical scenarios to analyze and evaluate different viewpoints. 3. Data interpretation. Practice analyzing and drawing conclusions from graphs, charts, and tables to improve your data interpretation skills. 4. Pattern recognition. Work on identifying patterns in sequences, shapes, and numbers to sharpen your pattern recognition abilities. 5. Deductive and inductive reasoning. Practice both deductive reasoning, drawing conclusions from general premises, and inductive reasoning, drawing general conclusions from specific observations. 6. Verbal and non-verbal reasoning. Solve verbal reasoning exercises involving syllogisms, analogies, and logical statements. Also, work on non-verbal reasoning problems involving visual patterns and spatial reasoning. 7. Brain teasers. Solve brain teasers and lateral thinking puzzles that challenge your ability to think creatively and find unconventional solutions. 8. Case studies. Analyze real-life or hypothetical scenarios to develop your problem-solving and decision-making skills. 9. Problem-solving games. Play strategy games like chess, Sudoku, or strategy-based video games that require critical thinking and planning. 10. Practice regularly. Consistency is key to improvement. Set aside time each day or week to work on these exercises and problems. Remember to start with manageable challenges and gradually increase the difficulty level as you progress. Analytical reasoning is a skill that improves with practice, so stay persistent and keep challenging yourself with new problems and scenarios. Question 10. Real-world applications. How analytical reasoning is used in various fields, such as business, science, and law. Answer. Analytical reasoning is employed in various fields to solve problems, make informed decisions, and draw logical conclusions based on data and evidence. Here are some real-world applications of analytical reasoning in different domains. 1. Business. In business, analytical reasoning is used for market research, data analysis, and financial modeling. It helps in understanding customer behavior, optimizing supply chains, identifying trends, and making strategic business decisions. 2. Science. In scientific research, analytical reasoning is crucial for designing experiments, analyzing data, and drawing valid conclusions. It is used in fields like physics, chemistry, biology, and environmental science to understand complex phenomena and develop theories. 3. Law. Analytical reasoning is fundamental to legal practice. Lawyers use it to analyze case law, interpret statutes, and build legal arguments. It enables them to assess evidence, weigh different perspectives, and construct logical defenses or prosecutions. 4. Medicine. In the medical field, analytical reasoning is essential for diagnosing illnesses, interpreting medical tests, and devising treatment plans. Medical professionals use it to assess patient symptoms, analyze medical histories, and recommend appropriate interventions. 5. Engineering. Engineers rely on analytical reasoning to design and optimize systems, solve technical problems, and assess the feasibility of projects. It is applied in various engineering disciplines like civil, mechanical, electrical, and aerospace engineering. 6. Data science. Analytical reasoning forms the backbone of data science. Data analysts and data scientists use it to extract insights from large datasets, build predictive models, and support data-driven decision-making in various industries. 7. Economics. Economists use analytical reasoning to study economic behavior, analyze market trends, and create economic models. It helps in understanding the impacts of policies, forecasting economic indicators, and shaping economic theories. 8. Psychology. In psychology, analytical reasoning is used to analyze human behavior, cognitive processes, and mental health. Psychologists apply it to design experiments, interpret test results, and develop theories about human emotions and behavior. 9. Education. Analytical reasoning is significant in educational research and assessment. It aids in designing standardized tests, evaluating educational programs' effectiveness, and identifying learning gaps in students. These are just a few examples of how analytical reasoning is widely utilized in various fields, showcasing its importance in making informed decisions and advancing knowledge across different disciplines. Question 11. Discuss cognitive biases and awareness of common cognitive biases that can influence analytical reasoning. Answer. Cognitive biases are systematic patterns of thinking that lead us to make irrational or inaccurate judgments. They can affect our decision-making and analytical reasoning without us even being aware of it. Being aware of these biases is essential to improve our critical thinking skills and make more objective judgments. Some common cognitive biases include confirmation bias, where we seek information that supports our pre-existing beliefs, and availability heuristic, where we rely on readily available examples rather than seeking comprehensive data. Other biases include anchoring bias, which occurs when we give too much importance to the first piece of information we encounter, and the halo effect, where our overall impression of a person influences our judgment of their specific traits. Recognizing these biases can help us question our thought processes, consider alternative perspectives, and make better informed decisions. Regular self-reflection and seeking diverse opinions can also enhance our awareness and mitigate the influence of these biases. Question 12. What is argument evaluation? Discuss techniques for evaluating the strength and validity of arguments in context to analytical reasoning. Answer. Argument evaluation is the process of critically assessing the strength and validity of arguments in the context of analytical reasoning. It involves examining the logical structure, evidence, and reasoning used to support a claim. Here are some techniques for evaluating arguments. 1. Identify the premises and conclusion. Clearly distinguish the supporting statement's premises from the main claim conclusion to understand the logical flow of the argument. 2. Logical consistency. Check if the premises logically lead to the conclusion. Look for any fallacies or contradictions that undermine the argument's validity. 3. Soundness of premises. Assess the truthfulness and relevance of the premises. Strong arguments rely on accurate and reliable evidence. 4. Adequate evidence. Evaluate the quantity and quality of evidence presented. Strong arguments typically provide sufficient and convincing support for the conclusion. 5. Counter-arguments. Consider potential opposing viewpoints and assess how well the argument addresses them. Robust arguments acknowledge and respond to counterpoints effectively. 6. Credibility of sources. Evaluate the reliability and expertise of the sources used to support the argument. Strong arguments draw upon reputable and authoritative references. 7. Clarity and precision. Assess whether the language and terms used in the argument are clear and well-defined. Ambiguity can weaken the argument's effectiveness. 8. Relevance. Determine if each premise contributes directly to the conclusion. Irrelevant information can weaken the overall argument. 9. Generalization and sample size. Be cautious of sweeping generalizations based on limited evidence. Ensure that the sample size and scope of evidence are appropriate for the claim. 10. Analogies and comparisons. Evaluate the appropriateness and strength of analogies and comparisons used to support the argument. By employing these techniques, you can critically assess arguments and make informed judgments about their strength and validity in analytical reasoning contexts. Question 13. Quantitative reasoning. Discuss integration of quantitative skills with analytical reasoning in problem solving. Answer. Quantitative reasoning is the ability to comprehend and manipulate numerical information to analyze and solve problems. It involves using mathematical concepts, data analysis, and statistical techniques to make informed decisions and draw conclusions. Integrating quantitative skills with analytical reasoning in problem solving means combining numerical abilities with critical thinking and logical analysis. This integration enables individuals to approach complex problems more effectively and make well-informed decisions based on data-driven insights. By utilizing quantitative skills alongside analytical reasoning, individuals can 1. Define the problem. Clearly articulate the problem or question at hand, identifying the relevant variables and data needed for analysis. 2. Gather and interpret data. Use quantitative techniques to collect and analyze data, drawing meaningful conclusions from the information. 3. Identify patterns and trends. Apply analytical reasoning to identify patterns and trends in the data, which can help uncover valuable insights and potential solutions. 4. Formulate hypotheses. Use quantitative reasoning to generate hypotheses or predictions based on the data analysis. 5. Test hypotheses. Employ analytical reasoning to design experiments or simulations to test the formulated hypotheses. 6. Evaluate outcomes. Quantitatively assess the results of experiments or analyses and interpret their implications to make informed decisions. 7. Consider limitations and uncertainties. Apply both quantitative and analytical thinking to understand the limitations of the data and potential uncertainties in the problem-solving process. By integrating quantitative skills and analytical reasoning, individuals can approach problem-solving in a more structured and systematic manner, fostering a deeper understanding of the issues at hand and arriving at more robust solutions. This integrated approach is particularly valuable in fields such as science, engineering, economics, finance, and other data-driven disciplines. Question 14. What is analytical reasoning in standardized tests? How analytical reasoning is tested in exams like aptitude tests and IQ assessments. Answer. Analytical reasoning, also known as logical reasoning or critical thinking, is a cognitive skill that involves the ability to analyze and evaluate information to draw logical conclusions. In standardized tests like aptitude tests and IQ assessments, analytical reasoning is typically tested through various types of questions that assess your ability to identify patterns, solve problems, and make inferences based on given data. Questions may involve sequences, analogies, syllogisms, logical deductions, and other forms of reasoning tasks. The goal is to assess your capacity to think logically, methodically, and objectively to arrive at accurate conclusions. To perform well in these tests, it's essential to practice regularly, familiarize yourself with different question formats, and develop your problem-solving and critical thinking skills. Remember that understanding the underlying principles and being able to apply them to new situations is key to excelling in analytical reasoning tests. Question 15. What means by ethical considerations in context to analytical reasoning? Discuss the importance of ethical reasoning in analytical decision-making. Answer. Ethical considerations in the context of analytical reasoning refer to the thoughtful examination of the moral implications and potential consequences of decisions made using data-driven analysis. It involves evaluating whether the actions taken are morally acceptable, fair, and respectful of various stakeholders' rights and well-being. The importance of ethical reasoning in analytical decision-making cannot be overstated. Here are some key reasons why it matters. 1. Fairness and justice. Ethical reasoning ensures that decisions are fair and just, avoiding biases that might result in discrimination or unequal treatment of individuals or groups. 2. Stakeholder trust. Taking ethical considerations into account builds trust with stakeholders, as they see that their interests and values are being respected. 3. Long-term sustainability. Ethical decision-making promotes sustainable practices, considering the impact of decisions on the environment, society, and future generations. 4. Reputation and branding. Unethical decisions can damage an organization's reputation and brand, leading to negative public perception and financial consequences. 5. Legal compliance. Ethical reasoning helps ensure compliance with laws and regulations, reducing the risk of legal issues and penalties. 6. Employee morale. Ethical decision-making fosters a positive work environment, boosting employee morale and productivity. 7. Social responsibility. It demonstrates an organization's commitment to social responsibility, making a positive contribution to the communities they serve. 8. Ethical innovation. Ethical considerations can guide the development of new technologies and products, ensuring that potential risks and ethical dilemmas are addressed. In summary, ethical reasoning in analytical decision-making is crucial for responsible and sustainable business practices, maintaining stakeholder trust, and ensuring the well-being of society as a whole. By integrating ethical considerations into the analytical process, organizations can make more informed and morally sound choices. Question 16. How analytical reasoning helps in decision-making? Give an understanding for the role of analytical reasoning in making informed choices. Answer. Analytical reasoning plays a crucial role in decision-making by providing a systematic and logical approach to evaluating options and arriving at informed choices. It involves breaking down complex problems into smaller components, analyzing data, and considering various factors to reach a well-thought-out conclusion. Here's how analytical reasoning aids in decision-making. 1. Identifying the problem. It helps in clearly defining the issue at hand, ensuring that the decision-maker understands the root cause and the specific objectives to be achieved. 2. Gathering and analyzing information. Analytical reasoning involves collecting relevant data and information, which is then carefully examined to uncover patterns, trends, and potential outcomes related to each choice. 3. Weighing pros and cons. By systematically comparing the advantages and disadvantages of different options, analytical reasoning enables decision-makers to understand the potential risks and benefits associated with each choice. 4. Considering consequences. It helps in anticipating the potential consequences of each decision, both short-term and long-term, allowing decision-makers to make choices that align with their goals and values. 5. Objectivity. Analytical reasoning encourages a rational and objective approach to decision-making, reducing the influence of emotions and biases, leading to more unbiased and reliable choices. 6. Prioritization. It assists in ranking options based on their importance and impact, aiding in the selection of the most suitable alternative among the available choices. 7. Strategic planning. Analytical reasoning enables decision-makers to develop well-thought-out plans, ensuring that resources are allocated efficiently and effectively. 8. Continuous improvement. By evaluating the outcomes of decisions, analytical reasoning allows for continuous learning and improvement, leading to better decision-making in the future. In summary, analytical reasoning helps in making informed choices by systematically analyzing information, considering consequences, and minimizing biases, ultimately leading to more effective and rational decision-making processes. Question 17. What role analytical reasoning plays in problem identification? Also give strategies for identifying the core issues in complex problems regarding analytical reasoning. Answer. Analytical reasoning plays a crucial role in problem identification by enabling individuals to break down complex situations into their fundamental components, assess relationships, and draw logical conclusions. It involves the ability to think critically, analyze data, and apply patterns to understand the root causes of a problem. Strategies for identifying the core issues in complex problems using analytical reasoning include: 1. Define the problem clearly. Start by understanding the problem statement and its context. Clearly articulate what needs to be addressed and identify any underlying assumptions. 2. Gather relevant information. Collect data, facts, and evidence related to the problem. Look for patterns and trends that may lead to insights about the core issues. 3. Use logical reasoning. Apply deductive and inductive reasoning to identify potential cause-effect relationships between various elements of the problem. 4. Break down the problem. Divide the complex problem into smaller, more manageable sub-problems. This approach helps to focus on individual aspects and understand their interactions. 5. Conduct a root cause analysis. Probe deeper into the problem by asking, why, multiple times to uncover the underlying causes, not just the symptoms. 6. Utilize visualization techniques. Create diagrams, flowcharts, or mind maps to visually represent the problem and its components. This aids in identifying connections and interdependencies. 7. Compare with similar cases. Analyze past instances or similar cases to gain insights into potential solutions and lessons learned. 8. Seek diverse perspectives. Engage with different stakeholders and experts to gain varied viewpoints on the problem, leading to a more comprehensive understanding. 9. Prioritize core issues. Identify the most critical factors contributing to the problem's complexity and prioritize them based on their impact and feasibility of resolution. 10. Test hypotheses. Formulate and test hypotheses to validate assumptions and theories about the problem's core issues. By employing these strategies, individuals can enhance their analytical reasoning skills to pinpoint the core issues of complex problems effectively. Question 18. What is pattern recognition? How does pattern recognition enhance analytical reasoning abilities? Answer. Pattern recognition is a cognitive process that involves identifying and interpreting recurring structures or regularities in data, information, or stimuli. It allows us to discern similarities or trends and make sense of complex information. Pattern recognition enhances analytical reasoning abilities by enabling us to 1. Identify trends. Recognizing patterns helps us identify trends and relationships within data, making it easier to draw conclusions and predictions. 2. Problem solving. By recognizing patterns, we can apply past experiences to solve new problems more efficiently. 3. Decision making. Pattern recognition aids in making informed decisions by providing insights based on historical data. 4. Learning. It plays a crucial role in learning, as identifying patterns allows us to organize and assimilate information effectively. 5. Detect anomalies. Recognizing patterns helps in detecting anomalies or outliers that might require further investigation. 6. Understanding complex systems. When dealing with complex systems, pattern recognition helps us grasp the underlying structures and behaviors. 7. Innovation and creativity. Recognizing patterns can inspire creative thinking and innovation by identifying novel connections between seemingly unrelated elements. Overall, pattern recognition is a fundamental cognitive skill that significantly enhances our ability to analyze information, draw meaningful insights, and make informed decisions in various aspects of life and problem-solving scenarios. Question 19. What is cognitive flexibility in analytical reasoning? Discuss the value of cognitive flexibility in adapting analytical approaches to different situations. Answer. Cognitive flexibility in analytical reasoning refers to the ability to switch between different strategies, perspectives, or problem-solving approaches when faced with varying situations or challenges. It enables individuals to adapt their thinking and analytical methods based on the specific context they encounter. The value of cognitive flexibility in analytical reasoning lies in its capacity to enhance problem-solving efficiency and effectiveness. By being open to different approaches, individuals can explore multiple angles and solutions, leading to more comprehensive and innovative outcomes. This adaptability is particularly crucial in dynamic and complex environments where problems may not have straightforward solutions. Furthermore, cognitive flexibility fosters creativity and prevents individuals from getting stuck in rigid thinking patterns. It encourages them to consider unconventional or unexplored avenues, potentially leading to breakthrough insights and discoveries. In adapting analytical approaches to different situations, cognitive flexibility enables individuals to recognize which methods are most suitable for a particular problem. It allows them to weigh the pros and cons of various strategies, select the most relevant ones, and seamlessly transition between them as needed. This versatility is valuable when dealing with diverse challenges that demand different analytical tools or techniques. Overall, cognitive flexibility empowers individuals to be more adaptable, resourceful, and open-minded in their analytical reasoning, enhancing their problem-solving abilities and enabling them to tackle a wide range of challenges effectively. Question 20. Give details of analytical reasoning in artificial intelligence and the intersection of analytical reasoning with AI and machine learning. Answer. Analytical reasoning in artificial intelligence refers to the process of using logical and mathematical techniques to evaluate data, identify patterns, make predictions, and draw conclusions. It involves breaking down complex problems into smaller, more manageable components to derive insights and make informed decisions. The intersection of analytical reasoning with AI and machine learning is crucial for enhancing the capabilities of AI systems. Machine learning algorithms often rely on data analysis and statistical reasoning to learn from examples and make predictions. Analytical reasoning techniques help in understanding the underlying patterns in data, identifying features relevant to a problem, and optimizing the performance of AI models. In AI and machine learning, analytical reasoning plays a significant role in tasks such as 1. Data preprocessing, analyzing and cleaning datasets to ensure high-quality inputs for learning algorithms. 2. Feature selection, identifying relevant features from the data that contribute to the predictive performance of the model. 3. Model evaluation, using statistical metrics to assess the accuracy and generalization ability of AI models. 4. Model optimization, employing mathematical optimization techniques to fine-tune model parameters for better performance. 5. Pattern recognition, analyzing data to discover meaningful patterns that can aid in decision-making and predictions. Overall, the combination of analytical reasoning with AI and machine learning allows for more effective and efficient problem-solving and decision-making processes. Thank you. Dr. Majid Body, Pharmacist. PharmD, MPhil, LLB. Vice President, Pakistan Pharmacists Association PPA Punjab. 032140420036